Thank you for subscribing my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news. Coronation Street actress Lisa George has been diagnosed with a genetic eye condition that could see her go blind, she has revealed. The much-loved actress, who has played seamstress Beth Sutherland on the ITV soap for 12 years, has told how she has been diagnosed with the condition named non-arteritic anterior ischemic optic neuropathy, which causes sudden vision loss in one eye. In an exclusive interview with Mail Online, Lisa says she now fears her disability will mean she may never be able to work in acting again, after suffering 2 separate incidents that have left her visually impaired in both eyes. Corey bosses are so worried about her sight that they have even taken measures to help her, including printing off her scripts in big fonts, organizing transport when she was unable to drive for 6 months, and have even changed some of her scenes to accommodate her failing eyesight. I always think there are people far worse off than you, and I'm just grateful I can still see, but we don't know what could happen in the future. Lisa suffered her first eye incident in 2016, when the heavy knot at the end of a piece of rope caught her right eye while gardening. A few days later the sight in her right eye completely went, and she ended up scraping the side of her car while driving down a narrow country lane. She was later told that she had lost part of the sight at the bottom of her right eye, and unfortunately it would never come back. Over the next 6 years Lisa saw a number of eye specialists, both privately and within the NHS, as she desperately tried to find out what was going on with that right eye. She said, "Luckily my left eye was really good with 20/20's vision, and the only thing I struggled with after that first incident was being able to read. Corey were great, they printed my scripts in a bigger font to make it easier, but I just wasn't getting any explanation as to what had happened. I had scans, dye put into my eyeball, but the doctors were split as to whether it was the trauma from the rope or something else that had caused the hemorrhage at the back of my eye." But things worsened in the summer of 2022, when, while driving home after celebrating former Corey co-star Katie McGlynn's 29th birthday, Lisa suffered a second incident, this time in her left eye. She said, "I'd had a lovely evening with Katie and was driving home on the M6, when my left eye went really weird. I couldn't tell whether the lorries in front of me were merging into one. It was very frightening. I managed to get myself home and took myself back at A&E the following morning. I ended up staying in there for a week, which was horrendous. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. I had a CT scan on my head, 2 lumbar punctures, and they wouldn't let me take my medication for my diabetes, which was making me feel really poorly. No one seemed to have a clue what had happened, they just said you've got nerve clusters, and after a week they sent me home.